Hello, in this video, I will discuss this topic, virtue ethics, ethical relativism, and cultural considerations. And we have two objectives here. Understand virtue ethics and ethical relativism, evaluate their application in global context. So, what is virtue ethics? Virtue ethics, what is it? Virtue ethics is a moral philosophy that emphasizes character over rules or consequences. It asks not what should I do, but what kind of person should I be? Okay, so that's the question for virtue ethics. Originating with Aristotle, this approach suggests that becoming a good person involves developing virtues, good habits or traits that form our moral character. And how are virtues developed? Because virtues are not overnight, they are over time. But how are they developed? Virtue are not inborn. It means they are not inherent, but they are cultivated over time through repetition and conscious effort. It means it's like a habit that you do it again and again until it becomes a part of you. So that is also virtue. So Aristotle compares this to learning a skill like playing the piano. You become good by practicing it. So same through with our virtues. Example, you become honest by regularly telling the truth, even when it's hard. Over time, honesty becomes part of your character. Another example is cheating. If you want to develop a life or if you want to develop a virtue of being honest, so especially during exam, so para ma-practice mo ito, you have to do it again and again. It means every time there is a exam or a quiz or any output that you're going to do, is either oral or written, you don't want to cheat. So, it means you practice that every time na may quiz, di ka nag-cheat. Every time na may exam, you answer it honestly. So, over time, it means you'll be able to develop that because you always stand on the truth. You don't want to cheat, you don't want to cheat, you don't want to cheat, but you are honest in answering your question, answering the quiz, answering the question during exam. Eventually, you will be able to develop a virtue called honesty. It means can be trustworthy. So virtues are not born. They are not inherent, but they are built. It says here, virtues are not born, they're built. It means they are developed. And it's not easy to develop because you need to discipline yourself. Aristotle said, no one is born virtuous. Instead, we develop virtues by practicing good behavior repeatedly. Kagaya ng example ko kanina, choosing to do the right thing even when it's hard. Even though lahat ng kaklase mo ay nag-cheat, ikaw hindi ka pa rin nag-cheat. Kahit anong mangyari, naninindigan ka. Choosing to do the right thing. Third, observing role models who show us how to live virtuously. So it means nakikita mo sa iba na hindi sila nag-cheat pero ang galing nila, ang talino nila kasi nag-study sila. And fourth one is reflecting on our experiences and improving over time. So if you're going to follow this, you will be able to develop good virtues. So this similar to how we learn a skill, like a sport, a musical, or musical instrument. So yung sinasabi natin na paulit-paulit, paulit-ulit, paulit-ulit, repeatedly, eventually magiging skill mo siya, magiging practice mo siya, magiging virtue mo siya, magiging ugali mo siya. So, another example ay yung sinabi natin kanina, you don't become a pianist by playing once. You have to practice and practice and practice and practice. You practice every day until playing becomes natural. When I was in high school and college, I studied piano. And I only meet my tutor or my teacher once a week. But every day I have to practice the piece that he has given me. Yung assignment ko na piece na yun, kailangan ko i-practice every day hanggang ma-memorize ko siya o hanggang ma-master ko siya. Kasi kung mahabang piyesa ay kailangan mo siya i-master. So same through with virtues. So virtues like honesty, patience, or courage work the same way. You practice them until they become part of who you are. So dapat mo siyang i-practice. Ano bang gina-practice mo? Yung magandang virtues or yung hindi magandang ugali? So dapat yung magaganda. Ang dapat mong i-develop. So, key virtues according to Aristotle. Ito yung mga magandang virtues na dapat mong i-develop. First, courage. Facing fears and doing the right thing even when it's hard. So, kahit na mahirap, pinipili mo pa rin sundin o gawin yung tama. Another one is justice. Justice means giving others what is due to them. So, walang favoritism. Next is temperance, practicing self-control and balance. It means you are able to control your temper. You're able to control your tongue. You're able to control your mind. So another one is generosity, willingness to give and share with others. It means yung pagiging generous ay kahit may kurot sa puso na pagbibigay. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng generous. And another one is prudence. Prudence means practical wisdom, the knowledge that you have known, the understanding that you have received, you apply it in a right way. Knowing the right action in a specific context. Alam mo kailan at paano i-apply. For example, the uh, ethical theories that we have learned, deontology, utilitarianism, and virtue ethics. When to apply, you're able to identify when are you going to apply that kind of ethical theory, and that is called wisdom. You're able to apply a principle in a right way, accordingly. Okay, so the goal of virtue ethics is not to destroy the goal of virtue ethics is to help us become people of good character, handle ethical situations with wisdom and integrity, not just follow rules blindly, but you live meaningful, responsible lives. In contrast to just memorizing rules, kasi yung iba minimemorize lang pero hindi na-apply. Virtue ethics helps people grow in better human beings who can make wise and compassionate decisions even in new or unclear situations. Imagine a student who is often tempted to cheat on exam but repeatedly chooses not to. Yun yung example ko kanina. Over time, this student begin to build confidence in their own abilities and develops a deeper appreciation for honesty. What once felt like a difficult choice gradually becomes second nature. Dati mahirap pero dahil nasanay ka na, naging nakasanayin mo na, naging ugali mo na, naging virtue mo siya. Eventually, the idea of cheating no longer appeals to them, not because they fear punishment, but because it goes against the kind of person they have become. In this way, the students has developed the virtue of honesty through consistent practice and moral effort. They become confident in their abilities, they begin to value honesty, cheating no longer even feels like an option. So that student developed the virtues of honesty through practical choice and commitment. So that's why you have to develop a virtue. Global application. So virtue ethics provides foundation for ethical leadership, diplomacy, and cooperation. A leader with integrity and courage will make decisions that benefit others even under pressure. So hindi siya selfish, but he always think about the good of others. In global relations, people with respect and fairness will build strong, trusting partnership across culture because you can be trusted. So how can people trust you? How can you build a relationship goal or build strong relationship of trusting partnership if you cannot be trusted? Okay. So let's go to ethical relativism. So what is ethical relativism? What is it? Ethical relativism is the view that morality is not universal. Instead, what is considered right or wrong depends on cultural, social, or individual perspective. If while ago, virtue ethics is based on what people will say about them. Um, sa virtue ethics kanina ay nakabase sa tanong na uh, ano yung what kind of person should I be? So yan nakabase dyan yung virtue ethics. And relativism, depende. Saan nakadepende? On cultural, social, or individual perspective. So wala siyang fix. But it is based on the culture. Kung yung kultura nila ay, for example, for us, sa culture natin, kapag ka humihigop ka ng sabaw as Filipino, kailangan ay walang sound. Kasi pag may sound, hindi magandang itikit yon. Parang sabi nila, bastos. But for other Asian countries like South Korea, like in China or the Chinese, the Japanese, kapag hinigop mo yung sabaw na niluto nila, ginserve nila sa'yo na walang ingay, then masasabi nila wala kang itikit. So, right and wrong depends on the culture. So, this philosophy holds that there is no single truth in ethics. Kapag ito yung basis, cultural relativism or ethical relativism. There is no single truth in ethics. Each culture or person defines their own moral values. So, kanya-kanyang definition, kanya-kanyang community or society or kultura. Judging one culture by another standard is inappropriate. So, hindi ka dapat nag-judge sa kanilang kultura kasi ang basis nila, pag sinabi mong relativism, depende. Walang fix. So, example, eating beef is normal in Western cultures but taboo in Hindu traditions. Bakit? Kasi ang baka ay isa sa mga gods nila. So, ethical relativism says both views are valid within their cultural context. So, it means virtue ethics depends. Okay. But there are two types of ethical relativism. First is cultural relativism. Morality is based on cultural norms. And the second one is individualism or individual relativism. Morality is based on personal belief. Preference mo yun eh. Belief mo yun. So tawag dyan individual relativism. So benefits. What are the benefits? Promotes tolerance and understanding of diverse culture. So you understand, you don't judge immediately, but you understand their culture. Another one, it prevents cultural imperialism or imposing one's own values on others. So you don't impose your values to others because they have their own preference, they have their own belief, they have their own culture. So, ano naman ang tinatawag global application in international business or diplomacy? Ethical relativism encourages respecting local customs and values. It means kung ano yung customary nila, ano yung values nila, you have to, for example, in other countries, you have to respect them. Example, a company operating abroad might face a dilemma. Local norms accept child labor, but the company's home country prohibits it. Ethical relativism says respect the culture, but the virtue ethics might suggest taking a moral stand against exploitation. So magkaiba sila. Kaya kung ano yung company na yan, kung saan sila nandun, yun dapat ang kultura na kanilang i-honor. Okay, so this philosophy holds that there is no single truth in ethics. Its culture, a person defines their own moral values, judging one culture by another standards in inappropriate. So there are two types, yung sabi ko kanina, of ethical relativism, cultural relativism, individual relativism. I explained that while ago. So cultural relativism is based on cultural norms sa kanilang kultura, but individual relativism is based on your belief, your personal preference. Ano yung benefits? Promotes tolerance and understanding of diverse cultures and prevents cultural imperialism or imposing one's own values on others. You don't impose your values, but you respect them. So, cultural consideration, what is it? Culture. Culture is the shared systems of belief, values, behaviors, and symbols that group of people accept generally without thinking about them. So, anong ibig sabihin? Yan ang ibig sabihin ng culture. It means the standard norms of a group of people. It includes belief and values, social norms and practices, like marriage, customs, greeting rituals, ayan. So, iba-iba yan. And then material traits, traditional clothing or architecture. Di ba yung damit natin, for example, as Filipino, we have the saya na tinatawag nila, kaya yung barong Tagalog, ayan, Filipino yan. So, knowledge transmission, how values and customs are passed to future generation. So, why it matters in ethics? Bakit kailangan sa ethics? Why it matters in ethics? Culture shapes our understanding of right and wrong. What one culture sees as moral, another may view as strange or even immoral. So, depende yan. Kung sa ibang lugar, ang kulturang ito ay, for example, ang practice na ito ay immoral sa kanila, pero sa kabila naman ay hindi immoral. So, yun yung ano, it matters. Or halimbawa, nag-business ka someday or abroad ka, you go to abroad, you go abroad, uh, doon makikita mo kung ano yung kultura nila, you have to respect their culture. So, cultural impact in ethical decision making. Cultural norms influence how people approach conflict, resolve disputes, or show respect. So, tignan mo kung ano yung kultura ng lugar na yan bago ka magdesisyon if you are encountering a dilemma. Being unaware of these differences can lead to ethical misunderstandings or offense. So, that's why it's very important for us to understand the uh, culture. Okay. We have to understand the culture. Napakahalaga. So we have to respect their culture. We have to understand their way of life. So in an internal context, being culturally aware helps individual and organization avoid ethical errors. So in order for you to avoid errors ethically, you have to understand the culture of a certain place when you are, for example, you are visiting your, oh, someday you will be assigned in that place. You have to understand the culture so that you will not be able to offend, you will not be able to offend them. It promotes inclusion, collaboration, and mutual respect because you understand their culture, so you respect. Ethical decision making in globalized world requires cultural sensitivity without abandoning moral responsibility. For example, a nurse working with indigenous communities must respect cultural health beliefs while also providing scientifically sound care. For example, in other communities or religion, it's not acceptable for them ang blood transfusion. So, dapat alam yan ng nurse na ganun yung kanilang kultura. So, she has or he has to respect their culture. Hindi mo pwedeng i-impose. Eh, sinasabi natin kanina na uh, unaware, yung natawag natin na misunderstanding. Kasi ini-impose mo yung iyong gustong pagawa sa kanila, and that's part of the that's not that's against their culture, so it is very important. So we have to understand cultures so that we'll be able to know how to act, what are you going to do, what is the solution. So kapag ginamit mo ay nakabase sa kultura nila, since this is your culture, so we will decide to do this. So ang tawag diyan ay cultural relativism, or this is, or natawag nating ethical relativism, kasi yun yung belief. So it's either individual belief. Okay. So and that's all for this video about the topic. Thank you and God bless.